This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, yes. And today we'll work on what do you call parameterized jobs. So what is this parameterized jobs in the sense here? So in a GitHub, you will be having the n number of releases, guys, if you remember, right? So the version 1, version 2, bug fixes, like that, they will be having the n number of versions, guys. Okay, so based on the versions, I'm taking here. Okay, parameterize, as the name suggests here, during deployment we are selecting this parameter, okay, in order to do the deployment. So in order to do that, first what we need to do is we need to download a specific plugin for that. Okay, then only we can able to do that parameterized job. Okay. Okay, yeah, so we need to download the parameterized jobs first plugin. We need to download for that. What we will do, let's select new item. Mm, what the name will give? Let's say second job. Okay, second job using freestyle. Okay, so select freestyle and click on okay. Okay, so the description and all you can ignore. So we'll come to Git directly. So here is my code. So go to your Git repository. So let's take this one, my one web project. So click on this code and copy this URL and go to your Git repository and paste the URL here and provide the credentials as well. Okay. So now this is a one way which we are going to do, right? So let's save this file and run one time. Okay, click on build now. So once this job will run, we will make this job as a parameterized job, guys. So let it run for one time. We can check the logs as okay. So this job ran successfully. There is no issues. Now what we will do, we will configure this for a parameter. Okay, so how to okay, so here you'll get an option. This project is parameterized. You'll get an option in the general section. You'll get an option, right? The project is parameterized. Okay, so just select this one. So add a parameter. So here, so these are all the default one it is providing, guys. Okay, Boolean parameter, choice parameter, credentials parameter, file parameter. So like this, it will provide the n number of parameters here for us. Okay, so in order to demonstrate that, so since we are working on a Git repository, we'll download one Git plugin for that, parameter plugin for that. Once we download that plugin, guys, then only that option will be available. Unless until it is no. So manage plugins under available section. So I hope mine is not visible. I mean visible, and my voice is also clear, guys. Please let me know issues.
So
Okay,
there is a slight
under
break
search
in the
section.
voice.
Slightly breaking,
Okay,
sir. Tommy also slightly lagging,
pardon.
sir.
Is
It's
there a lag in my screen?
cool,
Now
sir.
it is
Not
fine,
an
sir.
issue.
Okay. So now under available section, guys. Okay, search for Git parameter. Git parameter, the first one. Okay, select this one and install it without install. Okay, so now the plugin has been installed successfully. Now what we will do, we will configure this one. Okay, in order to configure, go back to your Jenkins. Okay, and select your job. Okay, I'm selecting this one, so second job using freestyle, and we will configure the parameter for this one. Okay, in order to configure it, the existing job, so select the configure, go to your project and select. Okay, so now the page is opened. Okay, now you select the option, the this project is parameterizer. Okay, select that one. Okay, and click on add parameter. So once you select, click on add parameter, now the option will be visible. There is a git parameter, the plugin which we have installed there, right? So that plugin will be available now. Select the git parameter. So once you select the git parameter, it will ask you for the names. So here, guys, in a example, I'm saying you can use it for based on your options, okay, on your project. Okay, so here, where it is, action security. Yeah, tag. So under tax section, guys, you can see there is only one tag here right now. Okay, click on this. Okay, there is a v1.0. There is a only one tag which is available now. Okay, that is the release we used to say. Okay, that is the first version of our code. Okay, we will use this one. Okay, in order to configure. So go back to the Jenkins. Okay, and configure this plugin. So first it is asking the name. Okay, what he wants to configure for this one. Okay, we are configuring for the release one or a tag one. You can provide any name. So let's say we will give this name as a release. Okay, I'm just giving the name release here. Okay, and description. So what are the description he wants to provide? Let's say we will give 1.0. That is the one which is available. Okay, and what is the parameter type? Okay, here you can see the parameter type we are using as a tags here. Okay, just select accordingly. Okay, right. And if you want to keep the default one, okay, you can keep the default value also. Okay, there is no issues. So once you do that one, guys, click on, before me clicking save, let me open one more tab here. So under this one, we can see now, guys. Okay, for this job only we have configured. One second. Okay, this second job. Okay, for this one only we have configured the parameterized job, and you can see in the left hand side it is showing an option called as a build now, right? Okay, so once you configure the parameterize for this job, okay, let us see what happens. So click on save. Okay, now you will get the option called as build with the parameters. So previously it was build now. So once we configure the parameter for this one, it is showing build with parameters. So when you click on this build with parameters now, it will ask you for the user input. Okay, you can see the releases 1.0. If you have mentioned any number of versions, you can select that one. Okay, so right now I have only one. Okay, so just select this one. Okay, and click on build. Okay, so what will happen? It will take the 1.0 version, whatever the release we have made, right? It will take that release, that code. Okay, we go for the deployment now. Okay, as you can see, it is success now using that version 1. Okay, in this way you can use it for a parameterized job, guys. If you want to make any if you want to run it in a parameter wise, okay, in a real time, if I mean during runtime, if you want to provide any input to the job, okay, at that time you can use this one, parameterized jobs. Fine. Any doubts, guys, in this one, parameterized? This is also an
So
interview
what is
question,
the use of?
guys. So what is the use in the sense, let's say I have n number of versions here. Okay. So version 1.2, version 1.2, version 1.3, like that I will be having a n number of versions here. Okay. So if you remember, while working on a Git, right, we used to release the code, correct? Okay. That is the tags, right? So if you have releases of different versions, okay, and you want to do the build for that specific version, okay, at that time it will be very helpful. Example I'm saying, okay, if you want to provide the some deployment with the username and password you want to change during runtime, okay, at that time also you can configure.
Okay, sir.
Okay, got it. So here it will be Jenkins will be having n number of options, guys. Okay, it is a very huge syllabus. Okay. Okay, let's go back to Jenkins.
So what is the interview question they supposed to ask for these parameters?
Yeah, they will ask the same. One second. Will this run parallel? Which one, Manjunath?
No, sir, it's Raja.
No, Manjunath sent some message jobs.
Oh, okay.
Parallel jobs in the sense that, so I didn't get you, sorry.
Yeah, we are sorry.
Sorry, Manjunath, your voice is totally breaking. Okay, please put it in the chat box, guys. Chat box, Manjunath. Yeah, is it an issue from my end or Manjunath, guys? Okay, you guys can able to hear me?
Yes, sir, you are clear.
Okay, thank you. I think Manjunath is from your end only. Please drop it in the chat box. Yeah, Raja, you were saying something?
Yes, sir. So what is the interview question they supposed to ask in this build with parameter?
So they will ask directly what is parameterized jobs. Okay, otherwise they will indirectly they may ask. Okay, if you want to select the particular parameter, how you will do? Okay, you can say we can achieve this one using the parameterized jobs. Otherwise they will ask like during runtime I want to change some values. Okay, how you will do?
Hmm.
Okay, you can say using parameterized jobs we can achieve this one.
So tag is the only one parameter that we are using, or is there any other parameters also
Example,
that we can configure?
I showed you, no?
Ah,
One
yes, sir.
second, let me show.
So tags is the version that you
No,
have showed me, right? That is one.
no, 1 second, listen, 1 second, listen. So under add parameter, right, you will get all these options. I have selected the git parameter. You can select based on your requirement, like
Sir,
boolean
for
parameter,
password
jobs.
parameter,
Yeah, for password parameter, if you
yes,
want to change some
yes,
password during the,
user.
yeah, at that time you can use that one. Like say, if you're having a number of servers, okay, and you want to do the deployment for that particular server with a particular user, at that time you can use. It depends on requirement, Alok.
Sorry, I lost the connection, Tushar.
Sorry. Yes, Manjunath.
Yes. What I mean is, for example, we are running multiple versions, right? Okay. So it takes the job, it takes one after the other. It goes sequentially or it randomly or it runs parallelly.
No, whatever the versions you takes, it takes only those versions and triggers the job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only
Because
for that.
for example, I give
Yeah, go
5
ahead.
versions, right? Version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4, version 5. Okay. So when it starts running, it will take sequentially.
See, first you select one choice. Okay, let's say you selected version 1, it triggers. Okay, in the next attempt, okay, if you select the version 2, it selects the it will change this the build number. Okay, when you trigger any of the job, right here the build number will be there, right? Build number 1, build
Yes.
number 2. So there it will be we can able to change. It will whatever the parameter you select, only for that particular parameter the job will get triggered.
No, Tushar. What I mean to ask is, we can have multiple versions in the parameter, right? Okay.
You mean to say in a single
because
shot? You mean to say in a single shot you want to select the multiple choice?
yes, multiple choice, multiple versions of.
You need to select. You need to select only one, Manjunath. You have left. Okay, he has left. I think some issue is from his end. Yes, guys. See, during selecting the parameters, right? Build one. So whatever the parameters you will select, so it will triggers only for that particular version or a particular choice. Okay, not for any other things. Okay.
Suppose there are more than one tags. In tags, there are more than one versions are there. If we said during adding the tags, suppose right now you are adding v1.0. Suppose another one is v1.1, 1.1 and v1.1.2. Suppose
See,
three
yes.
tags are there. Yes.
See, if you
In a
have a
single
n
shot,
number of see, it may occur a conflict there, okay, if you select the multiple choice there, okay. When you want to do the multiple choice, then why we require these parameters then? We are doing only for
okay.
a specific build, right, the specific version, okay. So it is not a okay. So if you want to go for the specific version, then you can use just an example I took here, the git parameter, okay. It depends on how you guys are configuring your project. Okay, if you want to trigger for a multiple choice, okay, it may one thing I have not tried openly saying, it may occur, a conflict may occur, okay, otherwise one on the other it may run, okay, I have not tried openly saying, okay.
Tushar,
So
yeah,
yeah,
conflict because we, for example, version 1, it takes from a different branch, right? Okay, because I have multiple branches for different versions, correct?
it will not take from the branches, Manjunath. So whenever you whenever you make a release, right, it will be available in a release section, okay. 1.0 is there, right, release right now, okay. So like that, whatever I mean from any branch, whatever the code you are going to release, okay, it will be available under this release section, okay. So we are taking that particular version and doing the deployment.
Okay.
Okay, it will be irrespective of the branches here, from whichever the branch the developer has wrote the code and we have pushed it, okay, and we are released the one version of the code, okay, and those code will be available in the release one, okay, and we are taking that particular release, okay, and then we are creating the artifacts and rest of the things.
Okay.
Okay, is it clear now or still confusion? Or else do one thing, guys, just an assignment, take it, okay? Yeah, take an assignment, guys. Okay, right now in my Git repository there is only one version, right? You try to push another version here, okay, and try to select the multiple choice, okay, and see what happens. Okay, it just take an assignment.
Okay, sir.
It will be better. It will resolve for your query as well as for mine also. Fine, guys. Okay. Okay. So there is a one more kind of job, guys, like upstream and downstream. So downstream, correct, right? Yeah, upstream and downstream jobs. Okay. In the interview, guys, they may ask you these jobs directly. Okay. Sorry. So what is an upstream and downstream jobs? Okay, they may ask directly like this. Otherwise, they may ask a question in such a way that they want to deploy a one code in a dev environment. Okay, once it is success, they want to go it for the next deployment, that is a test environment. And once the test also success, then it has to go for the pre-prod and then production. It has to go in an automated version, not in the manually. Got it, guys? Okay. So once we do the deployment in a dev environment, that is in a dev server, if that deployment is success, then what it has to do, the Jenkins has to deploy the same code to the next server, that is our test server. Okay, dev server, test server, pre-prod and production. So it will be in this sequence. Okay, so once the test is also done and there is no issues, the deployment is success, then the same code has to be deployed in the next server, that is a pre-prod. Okay, so all these tasks should be executed one on the other with the automated one. Okay, not any manual user interruption here. Okay, in order to do that, we can use the upstream and downstream jobs, guys. Okay, so they may ask the interview question directly what is upstream and downstream, or else in that way they can ask. Okay, so I will show you with a dummy version. So let's go back to Jenkins here. Okay, right now you can see, guys, there is a two jobs in my case. I think there is a screen lag is there, just a second. Yeah, now it is in a Jenkins dashboard. Okay, so let's say, guys, I have two jobs right now. Okay, assume that one is for the dev environment, another one is for the QA environment or a test environment. So now what I will do, I will trigger a job for the first job. Okay, then once this first job is success, then this second job has to run automatically. Okay, so once the first job triggers, once the first job build is success, okay, then the next job, the second job has to run automatically and do the deployment. Okay, right now we are not doing any deployment, guys, just I am showing how the job will get triggered automatically. Okay, so in order to do that, guys, so what I will do, so here in this one, okay, upstream and downstream I said, right? So for this upstream, the downstream project is this one, second job. Okay, for this second job, upstream is the my first job. Okay, so now we'll configure upstream and downstream project for this one. So now I will configure for the my first job. Once this build is success, this second job will run automatically. Okay, let us configure that. So click on this my first job. Click on configure. So come down. So under post build action, okay, you will get the option called as yeah, this build other projects. Okay, select this one. Just a second, let me close this. Close this. Okay, select build other projects. So under that you need to provide the job name. Okay, which project you want to run. Okay, so what is the job name? That is a second job, something was there, right? Yeah, second job using Freestyle. Okay, select this one. Okay, and then you will get the three options: trigger only if the build is stable, trigger even if the build is unstable. That means even though it is a failure, then also it will trigger. Trigger even if the build fails. Okay, if it is stable, build fails, then also it is triggering. Okay, if it is unstable, that is sometimes it will be success, sometimes it may failure. Okay, so that is called as unstable, right? So let's select the first one only and click on save. Okay, so once the first job runs here, okay,
This condition is for the first job, right?
yeah, this condition is for first job.
Okay.
First job is the upstream job, sir. Second one is
Yes,
upstream job.
first one is a first upstream, second one is a downstream.
Okay, okay.
Sorry, where it went.
How many we can configure like this, Tushar?
It
Downstream.
depends. It depends. So after the second job, you can configure one more also. There is no issues.
Okay.
And if you want
Total,
to
how
select
much
it
it allows?
totally how much the maximum values we not tried, guys. Okay. Usually we used to provide one or two instances.
Mhm.
Okay, you can see here also it is showing the downstream project is this one. Okay, for this project. Yeah, very fine.
Can we integrate even the performance related testing in this jobs?
Performance related in the sense?
Like another tools like JMeter, if we integrate those type of jobs.
Yeah, if you want, you can configure just a plugin. It will Google. I mean, the what do you call it? Community support is also for this one. You can try.
Mhm.
Okay, so the build 13 is running here. Once it is success, the second one get triggered. Okay. Okay. So it has already triggered this 9:03 p.m. Okay, third build number is 3 and it has triggered at 9:54 p.m. Okay, that means now only. Okay. Okay, guys, then tomorrow we'll continue. Okay, so tomorrow we'll have one small topic on Tomcat. Okay, how to do the deployment in a Tomcat server, and we'll do the CI/CD process. Okay, using this Jenkins. So starting from Git, we will do the deployment in a Tomcat server. Okay, with Apache server. Okay, and see whatever the artifacts we are right now we are creating. Right, we will come to know what exactly that artifact is having in a front end. Okay. Fine, guys. Then tomorrow we'll catch up. Okay. Good night.
Right.
Good night, guys. Take care. Have a great day.